Now for the improvisation of this week's Q&A. Um, this time, guys, I got some news that me and my boys outside of YouTube, we were talking about interesting conversations, and these questions go out to you guys as well. For Zip and T, you can kind of consider these questions for your Q&A as well. And I'm going to talk a little about some news that has come out for comics and things like that, movies, the whole 9 yard, guys. Okay. So first and foremost, I think that since we all saw the concept art or cover art for the Superman Batman Apocalypse movie, which I'm looking forward to. This question is basically simple. Do we really need another? This was a question basically that one of my friend Jacob, he basically asked us. He was like, do we need another Batman Superman movie? And why is Warner Brothers DC not exploiting at basically advertising other heroes? And I explained it like this. If you look at Batman, Bruce and Clark are so well known, even non-comic book readers know who they are. So this movie's gonna sell because of them. I'm not just saying comic book readers as well, but I think I, for one, am among many that say, okay, DC, bring some other people out besides Bruce and Clark or Justice League. I mean, when we put out Justice League, yeah, you put other characters in, but all those characters on the Justice League have great stories that you can tell. You know what I'm saying? But when you look at the sales from the other DC characters that came out with movies, Wonder Woman, it didn't sell that good. Green Lantern didn't sell that good because, and my friend Jacob said, you know why? Because mostly these movies are advertised for non-comic book readers that know the character already just by name and appearance. I agree with that and somewhat what my friend Jacob was saying, but that's a question right there. Do we need another Superman Batman movie, or do you think my friend Jacob is right? You know, is this movie just advertised for non-comic book readers to get the money? You know what I'm saying? So that's one question I wanted to talk about. But I'm not saying I'm not gonna get it. Because it's got Apocalypse in it. And when's the last time we seen Apocalypse in live animated feature film of DC? So it's gonna be cool. All right. Another thing we talked about, me and my friends, we talked about is the fact that we just talked about it today, actually, is we heard, check this out, people, news coming out that Jeff Loeb is now the head of Marvel Television. Basically, he has almost the same position as Jeff Johns has now. So he's in charge of bringing out different Marvel characters for movie, animated TV as well. Now, me and my boys, we talked about it, and we all like it. It's good to now get the comic book writers, people that have been in the comic book industries, involved in this kind of stuff. We were all for Jeff Johns. We're all for Jeff Loeb. Do we think this is just Marvel's way of counteracting to Jeff Johns? We all agreed, pretty much. But we do feel that, yes, it's time to get somebody that is involved, that has been involved with comics, period, in that kind of position. You know, we feel that news from this, you can read it all over. just pick up Jeff Loeb, type in Jeff Loeb, or Comic Vine they talk about it as well. You name it. There are plenty of comic sites that talk about it. But me and my friends, we all agreed, it's good for the best. Perhaps now with Marvel, we'll see, we might see more of those characters that are not too known to non-comic book readers in more feature films or just as movies. For example, I told you last time on the Opinion Spot, Marvel is going to start making low budget movies with their non-popular characters. And when I mean low budget, about $20 to $30 million movies. So, prime example of low budget was Blade. That only had like a 30 something million dollar budget. So stuff like that. But we all agreed Jeff Loeb is cool in our book with this. Some more news we talked about, and we've been talking about it for a while, me and my friends, about the next Batman movie. And we all know that the Riddler is going to be in it. And we all read the reports and things like that. It has been known all over the net as well that Robin Williams, actor, comedian, you name it, veteran, is very much wants to play the Riddler. And my question to you guys, and I'll answer my own, what I said to my friends about it, is Robin Williams, a veteran actor as he is, do you think he's capable enough of playing Edward Nygma? There have been many stories. Oh, he's too old. He probably put too much comedy into the Riddler. But when we talked about it, most of my friends, my friend Jacob, my friend Carlos, my friend Damien, this is my comic crew. We talked about it, and we're like, you know what? They wanted Johnny Depp. Okay, Johnny Depp was talks to play Riddler. What makes him any better than Robin Williams playing it? Robin Williams, in my book, I like Robin Williams. I think he is still funny, in my opinion. Okay, I get his sense of humor, and I've seen movies with him when he's not being a goofball. I've seen movies where he played serious roles, and he was good at them. And if he wants to be, they want to make Riddler serious, Robin Williams can be up to it. I can see Robin Williams. In my book, I think it would be cool to have him portray Edward Nygma. We all were behind Mr. Williams playing. But if they want to go with a newcomer, I'm all for that too. I'm all about unknowns as well. And that's my opinion. But that's the question. That's another question I'll give out to you guys. Robin Williams as Edward Nygma, the Riddler. Can he pull it off? Do you think they could give it to him? Do you think he's suitable for it? In my opinion, I think it's cool. He's a veteran, and I like to see a lot of veteran actors. He would be in the leagues of the great Gary Oldman, and nobody can tell Gary Oldman has not worked his ass off, or I should say, has played Jim Gordon to a T in these movies. So that's another question, guys, I wanted to give out there, and I'd love to hear you guys' opinion on that as well. Some more things that my crew talked about. More news, and I think somebody probably already put this up. We talked about also, should superheroes be able to change their costumes?